So question 2 says the region is bounded by that equation. The limits are x equals a half and x equals 1. Units are in centimeters. A pendant is to be made out of a precious metal. The shape of the pendant is modeled as the shape is rotated by 2 pi radians around the x-axis. Find the exact value of the volume. And so we know what we need to do is pi integral of y squared with respect to x with our limits. So in this case it's pi integral limits are going to be a half and 1, and it's y squared, so it's 1 over the square root of 3x squared minus 3x plus 1 all squared, and it's pi integral of a half 1 over 3x squared minus 3x plus 1 with respect to x, and that becomes pi, and I'm going to take 1/3 out, so 1/3 integral of 1 to half of 1 over x squared minus x plus a third dx, and then it's 1/3 pi, and before we integrate this we're going to have to complete the square on this, so it's 1 over, it's x minus a half squared minus a quarter plus a third, I make that plus a 12th dx, and now it's of the form 1 over x squared plus a squared. And in the formula book it tells us that the integral of this is equal to 1 over a arc tan of x over a. And so we can see here that what we've got is x, instead of x we've got x minus a half, and as our a squared we've got a 12th. So it's going to be 1 over a, which is the square root of a 12th, arc tan, and x is x minus a half, and again a is square root of a 12th, and our limits are 1.5. So 1/3 pi. Now square root of a 12th is the square root of 1 over the square root of 12, which is just 1 over root 12. So it's 1 over root 12. So it's 1 over root 12, which, if you divide that, you just get root 12. Arc tan. And as I said, when you're dividing by 1 over root 12, it just becomes, you get root 12 in the numerator. So let me just write that properly. You get root 12 x minus half. And our limits are 1.5. Let's plug in our limits. The root 12, I'm just going to simplify that as 2 root 3 arc tan, and I'm subbing in 1, so it's 1 minus a half. We said root 12 was 2 root 3, and then 1 minus a half is a half, and then minus 2 root 3, and this time I want to sub in 0 arc tan of 2 root 3 times by 0. So it's 1/3 pi 2 root 3. Now 2 root 3 times by a half in this bit here is going to be just root 3. Arc tan of root 3 is pi by 3. And then it's 2 root 3, and arc 2 root 3 times by 0 is just 0, and arctan of 0 is just 0. So this is times by 0. So essentially, that second term is just 0, so we're just going to get 1/3 pi times by 2 root 3 pi over 3. That's going to give us 2 root 3 pi squared over 9 in centimeters cubed for that. And again, you can put this in the calculator. It will give you a decimal value, but then at least you can check your decimal value to just make sure that you've got it right.